In Brookhaven, for those who don't know, has several versions. This is the version from 2025, but the game was made in 2020. So today, I want to play with you the Brookhaven from every year. And I'm going to start by playing the oldest Brookhaven to the newest one. So for that, I called my friend who's going to help me do this. But I'm going to start by playing the Brookhaven from 2017. He said Brookhaven didn't exist in 2017. Look, actually it did, but the game used to have a different name. Its name wasn't Brookhaven. This was the name of Brookhaven. So much so that if I enter this game, you can see that it doesn't really look like Brookhaven. He said, this is not Brookhaven. Look, actually it is, and I'm going to prove it to him. But guys, his avatar is bugged, and for some reason it looks really weird. So now, both of us are coming here to get a car, and I have to press this button, and I'm going to drive this car from the game. So much so that he's staring at me, and I don't think he's very happy. He said, I already told you, this is not Brookhaven. So I'm going to prove to him that it really is. Now I'm coming here to the hospital, and for those who don't know, this hospital is just like the one in Brookhaven. So much so that if I go inside, you can tell it's the same thing. Everything here is the same. But if I go into this other room, you can tell it's like this. And in Brookhaven, it's really the same. It's like this game is the 2017 version of Brookhaven. But he got right here and said, this is just a coincidence. Look, actually, it's not a coincidence. We have this food here. We also have this phone. And also this candy right here. But I'm going to show my friend other locations in this game that are also in Brookhaven. So we have to go back here because I want to show him the next location. I'm going to get this car. And my friend finally came here. But if you get here in front, we have this restaurant. And this is literally in Brookhaven. It's exactly this restaurant. He said, I'll only believe it if you show me one more location. Okay, so I'm coming up here. I'm going to show him the final proof, and this proof is really important. Perfect! I just arrived at the school, and you can tell that this school is the same as the one in Brookhaven. It's basically the same thing, and he even came here to see it. So much so that he's coming back here to check everything out. This school is really just like the one in Brookhaven, and he's looking here, and he said, now I believe you. And it looks like he finally believes me. But if I come back here, you can see that we have this gas station, just like in Brookhaven. We have the police station, which is the same as Brookhaven. Now I'm in the 2020 Brookhaven, and you can see that everything here looks very similar. He said, it really does look like Brookhaven. And it really does because this game is Brookhaven, but everything here is different. There are locations that look a bit like the game, but they look like older versions. And basically everything in this older version was literally changed over time and is unrecognizable because everything here is very old. But guys, I'm going to give a mission to my friend, and he has to find everything in this game that was simply removed from the game because there are locations that were removed, and really a lot of stuff was removed. So he's going to have to find everything. He said, okay, I'll call you when I find something. Now it looks like he's leaving here, but he just found the very first location of all. This place was totally removed, and for those who don't know, this is basically a giant skate park, but this skate park was perfect, and there was no reason for it to be removed. So I'm going to type this command in the chat, and now I can fly to see everything. We have this location that was totally removed, but my friend arrived here, and you can see that this is very similar. He said, it's similar because it's still in Brookhaven, and that's true, but I hadn't noticed this location is still in Brookhaven, but it's exactly here in the mall. And if I go inside the mall, we have this recording studio where everything is very similar to this other recording studio. And in this studio, I can go back here, and there's a giant mountain that I can climb like this. So much so that in the Brookhaven lake, there was nothing either. It was just a completely empty lake. And even my friend is arriving here in front to see this. This is really weird because there's a chair right there that's simply underwater. And that's strange. It's like the lake water level rose, and the chairs disappeared because they're underwater. But guys, my friend got here to see this, and he's just relaxing here. And this is the old Brookhaven lake from the year 2020, and in the more recent version, the lake looks exactly like this. We have a giant cave, but unfortunately there's no water here because of a bug that happened, but the lake is like this. And again, I'm flying here because we have a really strange bridge. So much so that my friend got here, but he's going to have to find the best location of all, which used to be in Brookhaven and was later removed. He's really going to have to find this location. He said, why? Look, it's because we're going to enter the 2021 Brookhaven, so we have little time to see everything in the old version. And guys, he came running back here because he has to see all of this. So much so that he jumped over this fence, and I'm flying away. And for those who don't know, here we have a giant volcano, and this really looks like a volcano, but later this was changed, and the game owner added trees, and now it doesn't look like a volcano anymore, which is pretty sad. But guys, it looks like he's calling me here because he just found the best location of all. He said, this is the town hall. And for those who don't know, this was the town hall back then. While in the current game, the town hall looks like this. It's simply huge, and the older version looked like this. So much so that if I go inside, you can tell there are several servers here, and we also have the FBI. Here we have the judges, and also the mayor's office, which even has the same computers that are in the current versions of the game. But now, we're going to enter another version of the game. Perfect! I just got in here, and this is the 2021 version. He even got here, and said, said, how weird, nothing changed. Look, actually a lot changed. There's really a lot in the map that's very different. The new houses were finally added, the mountain ended up getting smaller, and that bridge that was here was removed. So there really were changes. But I'm coming here to get this car, which is simply the first car in the game. So much so that he got in here, but unfortunately I'm not able to accelerate it. Perfect, I finally managed to do it. And you can see that in this version of Brookhaven there are stores that are different, and some stores were removed. This used to be the clothing store that was removed. And guys, this car is really bad. It's better to just walk. But even he left here, and again he's going to have to find his favorite location, because we don't have much time to explore this version. And it looks like he understood that, so much so that he ran off to try to find a location. But guys, it looks like he just found this restaurant, and for those who don't know, we have here a restaurant that was removed from Brookhaven. It was really beautiful, and it was a nice restaurant. But now, I'm arriving at the houses, and this player placed the first Brookhaven house, along with this other player here. And this guy was one of the first players of Brookhaven. And you can see that the house looks like this, and these buttons are totally different, because back then they were like this, while in the current game they look like this. And for some reason, there's a camera flying here, and the backyard of the house was huge. But right here we have a very strange car, because it has several parts missing. We also have new roads in Brookhaven, and these roads are very strange, because they are like this, while in the current game they look like that. They were simply changed, which is really weird. But I'm flying over the lake to see what it used to be like. My friend got here too, and this lake was very weird. But guys, he's staring at me, and he said, there's something secret in the cave. Look, I don't believe you. And it's impossible that there's anything there. But he's running up there, so I'm coming too, to see what used to be inside this secret cave. So much so that I'm arriving here, but from what I noticed, there's nothing much. It's just a place that was abandoned, and even he is confused. But there's something right here in the back, and if I go inside, you can tell that this mountain was very strange. It really looked like a volcano. So I'm flying to see the other locations. Now my friend got here, and he's going to have to choose his favorite location. He said, wait, what happened to the tunnel? Look, the tunnel is really weird, because it's completely bugged, and it's like several parts are missing, maybe because they were removed. But now it looks like he's flying to his favorite location. So I got right here, and apparently he chose the same location as before, but this time it has to be a different location. So now he got back here, and you can see that here we have the hotel, which was very different, because it looked like this, really bugged. And that's a good choice. He said, what's your favorite location? Look, I'm arriving right here, simply at my favorite place in Brookhaven, because this shouldn't have been removed from the game. But now, I'm in the 2022 Brookhaven, and you can see that everything here was very different. There are simply a lot of new things here, and this version of Brookhaven looks a lot like the most recent version of the game. So much so that he's looking here, and he said, wait, there's a store missing. And guys, there really is a store missing back here. And this store only came to the game a long time later, and this place was very different back then. Up here there was nothing. The clothing store had 2 floors, which was really cool, and it was actually better in the past than the current version of the game. So much so that he came here, and apparently he disagrees. But this is the clothing store, and back then it had 2 floors, and this is the new clothing store, which is really pretty, but it doesn't have 2 floors, so I don't know which one is better. But guys, now I'm coming right here, and you can see that everything here was different. Everything was simpler, and it was also smaller, but there wasn't even a town hall. There were already several houses in the game. I'm even flying over here to see the houses, because I want to see if anything changed. And you can see that this house looked like this. It still had these old buttons, but here is the biggest difference of all. And even my friend teleported here, but he's coming up here, because we want to see what changed up there. But actually, I want to see if he notices the differences here. He's even staring at me. And he said, in the old version there was no tunnel, that's all. Look, he's wrong. In the old version of Brookhaven, everything looked like this, while in the current version there are a lot of differences. We have this tunnel right here. We also have a new house, and houses number 23 and 24 were very different. Back then this one used to be right here, and the other house was in this spot, but it was changed, and now it looks exactly like this. There really were a lot of differences. But now, he ran off back here, so I'm going to type this secret command just to go faster, and now I'm arriving here, and I finally passed him. But you can see that right here we have this mountain, and there's a lot of weird stuff inside. So much so that I'm heading out because I want to see the old house. And you can see that this house looked like this, and the only change is that the fridge was yellow, and that doesn't make any sense. So much so that he even came here, and he said, let's go to the next version. And it looks like he already wants to go there, but we didn't even see this mall yet. And this mall was very different. You can see that everything here was strange and really different. Now we're in the 2023 Brookhaven, and you can see that everything here is more modern. So much so that my friend is back here, and he said it even has the game menus. It really does have the Brookhaven menus, and I can grab several items from the right side. There are even 2 items here that were simply removed, but most of the items remained in Brookhaven. The market here was very different, and you can see it looked like this, while in the current version it looks like this. But he ran back here, and he said in 2023 there still wasn't a beach. It's true, in 2023 Brookhaven still didn't have a beach. It only arrived later in the summer update. The police station was rebuilt, and it became much more beautiful. This place was finally redone, and it got a dealership up here, which was also removed, since in the most recent version, this dealership is no longer in the game. But my friend typed that command, and now he ran off. And he's really fast. So much so that he came back here and simply crashed into me, and I ended up flying away. And now he came back, and I don't know why he did that. He said, I'm the fastest man in the game. And now he ran off again. He's really fast. Then he ended up leaving the game because he fell off the map. And he probably respawned at the start. So much so that he's right here. But in this older version, there weren't many changes. We have this airport, and the hotel is right here. But it looks a lot like the current version of the game. So many locations are outdated, and there are some really strange locations. Because in the current version, everything here looks much nicer. But now, I'm flying away. And the weirdest thing about this version is definitely this border, because this was really strange. It was a giant edge that didn't let you leave the game. And if you tried to leave, you would just hit this wall. So it was impossible to get out. But after a while, that was finally removed. And that's when we finally got the new beaches in Brookhaven, which are really perfect. Of course, my friend came right here and said, wait, is this the current version? Look, it's not the current version yet, because in this version we still have the old mall. We also have the old hotel, or even the old airport. So it's a more recent version, but not the most recent. But guys, if I fly up, you can see that the beaches were finally added, and we were in Christmas time, because all the decorations are Christmas themed, and there are lots of Christmas trees all over the game. So much so that my friend is coming here, probably to check out this old mall, because it had a lot of changes. You can see that it looked like this. It simply didn't look like a mall. So much so that he's going up here, and there was an area in the mall that had nothing. The mall was really weird. He said, good thing this got updated. And that's true, the mall was updated, and now it finally looks like a real mall. But in this version of the game, there aren't many different things, because everything here looks a lot like the most recent version of the game, but some locations still hadn't been changed. And now, I'm finally in the most recent version of the game. We even have the new updates. Brookhaven today really looks way better than the older versions. He said it really improved a lot, and the current version of Brookhaven is much better than the old one. Guys, today I'm in the city of Brookhaven, but I have a lot of friends here, and today I want to go on a trip in this Roblox car, and I'm going to take all of them with me. So I'm heading out right now to buy a few things, because for this trip, I'm going to need a lot of food, and also a lot of water. But guys, for some reason, there's a really strange van parked here. I don't really know what it's doing there, but I'm just going back here to get my car. In this case, I have to choose one of these two, which are simply two perfect cars, but I'm going to choose exactly this one. Alright guys, now I'm leaving here, because the trip will be soon. I'm going to have to take this friend of mine, and also this other friend on this trip. Guys, now I'm arriving at the market, but for some reason, the van is coming here, and it stopped right in this part. Guys, this is starting to get weird, but I'm going to ignore this van, because it probably isn't anything serious. Guys, now I'm arriving exactly here, and there's a super sale going on at the market, so I'm coming here to buy a lot of things. Guys, he's looking here, and he said, welcome, everything is half price. Alright guys, this is really good. The whole market is half price, so now I'm coming here to buy a lot of things. I'm going to start by buying basic foods, and I'm also going to grab some drinks, because I need to get a lot of things for our Roblox trip. But guys, once again, that van is right there. I don't really know what it's doing, but this is starting to get weird. I said, keep an eye on that van. Try to see who's driving, please. Guys, he has to do exactly that, and apparently, he agreed. So much so that he's looking right in that direction. Guys, that van is really following me, but I came back here to do my shopping, because I have to buy a lot of things here in Roblox. He said he got out of the van, and he's wearing a mask. Guys, I'm looking here, and it's really true. This player is wearing a mask, and I don't know why he's recording me here in Roblox. Guys, this is starting to get really weird. He shouldn't be doing this, so I'm coming here to see why he's doing this. But guys, it looks like he just left right when I was about to talk to him. Now he's going back up to that Roblox neighborhood. Guys, this was the weirdest thing that has ever happened to me here in the city, but now I'm going to pay the market for the groceries I bought. Perfect, guys, I just paid here. Now I grabbed my groceries, and I'm simply going to take them back to my car, because guys, the trip is going to start soon. If that player keeps following me, I'm going to report him to the Roblox police, because I'm not afraid of him. But guys, now I'm coming here to pick up my friends, because we have to go on this trip. This is my first friend who's going to come along. I came here to invite him. Guys, he just stood up here, and he said, where's your car? Guys, it's true, I forgot about my car. Actually, I have to get this car, but guys, there's a player here messing with my car, and it's that same player from before. I said, I need you to come with me. Someone is following me. Seriously, he has to come with me, because this is really serious. So now I'm coming back to my car. Guys, I really hope he comes along, and now I'm coming up here to see why this player is following me. Guys, I'm going up here, but guys, it looks like now he's leaving, but this time I'm going to follow him, because I'm not afraid of him. Guys, he's just leaving here, but I'm really following him, but now he's going down here. It looks like now he's really starting to run away. Guys, I don't know if it's worth following him, because now it looks like I'm worse than him, but I'm going to keep following following him, because what he did here was bizarre. But guys, he's leaving here. My friend said, leave him alone. I think you're the one who's going crazy. Guys, maybe he's right. Maybe all this that happened was just a coincidence. Or maybe this player is a police officer and is investigating me, so I'm basically going to leave him alone. Now I'm coming back here to my house, even though this was really weird, but I'm coming here to get my car. First, I'm going to have to park this Roblox car. I'm going to leave it exactly here inside. But guys, that actually makes sense. Maybe that player is just a police officer who's investigating me, and basically, he was looking at my house to see if he could find some evidence. But now I'm coming here to this car because we have to go for a ride in Roblox. My friend is right here now, so I'm going to have to go down here to pick up my other friend. But guys, once again, he's right here. This van is just really weird, but I'm coming here to pick up my other friend who is exactly in this Roblox house. And now it looks like he's finally coming here because he has to get in the car, and it looks like he came right here in the front. But guys, for some reason, the van got closer, so I'm going to start leaving here because we have to reach our destination without this van following us. Guys, I'm coming here in the front, but there's a problem again. The van is coming here. Guys, he's following me. My friend said maybe this was a coincidence, but now there's no way this is a coincidence. He's really following me in Roblox. So guys, I'm coming here to the police station to report him. Guys, I'm arriving exactly here, and now I'm going to have to report this to the police officer. I said, someone is following me in a van. Guys, I'm really serious. I hope he takes this seriously, but now he's staring at me here. He said, well, only come talk to me if you have recordings, so take this. It looks like he grabbed this camera and is going to hand it to me. Guys, this is going to be really important. I'm going to record basically everything that's happening and prove to him that I'm being followed since people don't believe me. He went back to his computer to do his work, so now I'm coming back here, and this time I'm going to record everything that's happening. But guys, that van is coming here again. This is just really weird, but the van got behind my car. Guys, there's no way this van isn't following me. I'm sure it's following me, but I don't know what I'm going to do. My friend said, this has nothing to do with it. It's just a coincidence. Alright guys, I'm going to trust him and basically keep going, believing that this is just a coincidence. But the van went straight. Guys, this is really good. The van finally left, and it looks like all of this really was a coincidence. I was just a little scared, thinking that this van was following me, but now I just arrived right here, and guys, right here we have the player who's going to help us. He's like the professor here. He's the owner of this camp. We came here to visit this place, which is really going to be interesting. He said, come with me, I'm going to show you around. So now I'm following him. Apparently, this place is where we're going to have lunch, and also dinner, which is really good, because there's a lot of food in here. He said, I think that's it, there's nothing else to show. Guys, apparently everything here is self-explanatory, because we also have this fishing spot. We have this place to camp. This campsite has everything, but my friend just left here. He said, do you want to fish too? Look, I don't think I want to, but one of our friends left here because apparently he wants to do this. So he grabbed this fishing rod. Both of them actually grabbed it, and they're coming right here to fish. Guys, this is going to be really important. Both of them are fishing here, while only the professor and I are still here. He said, go explore the mountain, enjoy it. Guys, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I have this camera. I'm coming up here to record all of this. I want to take pictures of these trees and much more. So I'm coming right here. Guys, this place is really interesting, but the van just passed right here. Guys, this is really weird. It actually came back right there. Guys, I don't know what he's doing, but now he got out of the car, and apparently he's aiming the item in my direction. He tried to hit me, and guys, he really almost hit it. Guys, I have to get out of here urgently. I'm hiding behind this tree. I don't know why this player is following me, but now he's aiming that at my friends, and guys, maybe this is a problem. But guys, it looks like he gave up. Now he just left, but it seems like he only left because a police officer is coming here. This police officer received a report about the shots that happened here, but he didn't find the person who did it. Guys, this was really weird. Now I'm going down here because I have to warn all of them about what's happening. Guys, I'm arriving right here. I said, didn't you see a van that's been following us? Guys, they have to have seen this, but both of them are just looking here, and apparently they didn't see it. He said, you're going crazy. No one would follow you. Guys, he's right. People have no reason to follow me except for this player. For some reason, he's following me to hunt me down, so much so that he tried to hit me with a sniper, but he just ignored it and went back to fishing in Roblox. But guys, this other friend of mine is looking here. He said, show me the footage and I'll believe you. Look, as incredible as it seems, this time I have footage. They're right here. Guys, I handed him the camera. And now he's watching the footage. But guys, it looks like the police officer is coming here. Maybe he's not very happy that we're right in this part. But guys, I need him to give the camera back. Guys, he handed it back, and he looks really scared. But I gave him this camera because he needs to see everything I recorded. I recorded the player simply trying to hit me in Roblox. He said it was true all this time. Yes, this was always true. But guys, he just went back to fishing. I don't know how he can do that right after seeing this recording. But the police officer is seeing this, and it looks like even he got scared. He said, I'm going to stay here to protect you. Look, this is really good. Now I have a personal security guard who's basically here to take care of me. Guys, he went back there to park his car in that part and protect us here in Roblox. We really have security now. But guys, I still have this camera to record everything that's happening. But I also want to record some things from the trip. But I just arrived right here, and for some reason, he put this on the table, and it looks like he placed a bunch of candies. Guys, I'm going to grab these candies for myself because I'm hungry. But now it looks like they saw this. They're watching what the player grabbed, and now they're coming here to grab this too because there's a lot of food here. Guys, both of them are right here. They're taking the opportunity to eat this candy. But guys, there's a detail. It's starting to get dark now, now, but everything here is going really well. After all, we have a police officer right here who is simply protecting us. So guys, I'm eating these candies here, but this player got up. He said, I'm going to prepare the campfire for the night. Apparently, he's coming right here to basically prepare this. Guys, this campfire is going to be really interesting because we came here to the camp and we're going to have the real camping experience. But guys, some time has passed and now it's completely night, so I'm arriving right here. My friend also came here. All of them arrived right here to simply camp in Roblox. But guys, the police officer is looking back here. He said, I received an emergency call. I'm going to have to go. Guys, he got in his car and now he's just leaving here. Guys, this was really weird because now we don't have personal security anymore and maybe this is going to be a problem. But guys, he just grabbed this marshmallow and apparently he's going to hand it to us. Guys, it's my friend. He grabbed it. Now it's my turn to grab it too. But this time I'm going to enjoy the trip without being afraid of that player who's been following me because he must have already left. Now this friend of mine also grabbed it. Guys, everyone is enjoying the trip here except for this friend who's just lying here and doesn't even want to eat the marshmallow. He finally got up here, but guys, he's burning his marshmallow. But guys, now it really looks like it just turned night. It just got really dark and it's really time to sleep because it's too late now. But now he's basically coming back here. I'm just following him. He said, good night everyone, here we go to bed early, and it looks like now he's already asleep. Actually, he went up here. Guys, I'm going to take this bed because I'm close to the players. All of them are right here, but the guy who knows all about this, he knows the whole camp. He's right up here to basically protect me in case the player shows up again. And it looks like now the light went out. Guys, I'm a little scared of this because there was a person who was following me just a little while ago. I got up here one last time just to see if that player is really following me. But guys, it looks like this time he stopped following me. He really isn't around here. So now I'm going to take the chance to sleep. But guys, I just woke up here with a really weird noise. I don't really know what's happening, but the van is coming right here. Guys, the van is getting closer. This is a problem. It really got right here. It's the same van that's been following me in Roblox. Guys, he just got out of here and you can see that the player is like this. And once again, he's recording this. Guys, I got up here because I have to get out of here urgently and I also have to basically call the police. Guys, the right thing to do would actually be to wake up the other players. But I don't know if I should do this. But you can see that the player is right here and apparently he's taking a lot of pictures. I really don't know why he's doing this, but now it looks like he wants to come to the camp because the house is right here. But guys, I'm coming here to the bed to basically pretend that I'm sleeping because I don't want him to attack my friends because he's coming here and he's really recording all of this. Guys, he's taking pictures of everything. He's really recording all of this in a really weird way. But what he doesn't know is that this time, I'm basically the one who's going to follow him. He's leaving here, going back to his car, and he really thinks he's going to leave here alone. But guys, this time I'm coming right behind him. I'm going to drive this Roblox car of mine, but it's going to be really hard to follow him because I can't see anything. But from what I can tell, he's coming here in the front. Meanwhile, I'm basically following him with a lot of difficulty in Roblox. Guys, I'm arriving here in the front without being able to see anything, and now the van just went straight. But guys, the police officer is lying here. I don't really know what happened to him, but he got up here, and it looks like he's sick. He said, keep following him and call me when you find his house. But guys, I don't know what's happening, but the police officer was just lying here. I really hope he's okay. But guys, now I'm coming back here to keep following that player. It looks like this time he's coming up here. Guys, I want to find out where he lives, because if I can figure this out, I'm basically going to uncover the truth about everything. But he's parking the car right here in a really hidden part of the house, and now it looks like he's coming back to his Roblox house. Guys, he just went up here. But guys, he has a really weird house, because he has a lot of pictures of me here. He also has a weapon. I don't know what he's doing here. But guys, this time I just found his house. He lives right here, and this time I'm calling the police to basically arrest this player. But guys, he arrived right here, and it looks like he saw me in Roblox. He's trying to hit my car. Guys, I'd better move back here, because he almost hit me. Guys, I'm backing up here, but this time the police officer really arrived. The police officer arrived exactly here to arrest the player, but guys, he went down there, and he's just aiming a sniper right at the door so the police officer can't get inside. Guys, I have to help the police officer, so I'm coming out here. Guys, I can go into his house, but here's the thing, I'm coming around the back, and now I have to make him stop in Roblox. But guys, there's an item right here that I just picked up, and I'm simply going to aim this item in his direction. I said, stop now. Guys, he has to stop urgently, so much so that he's looking here, and the police officer just came inside. This player is really under arrest, so much so that he's looking here, and now he raised his hands. But guys, now it's finally morning, and it looks like this player is finally getting arrested. He's getting arrested right here for everything he did in Roblox, and now the police officer is taking him up front. But guys, I'm coming back to the camp because they can't find out that I left here. So guys, I'm arriving right here, and now I'm outside basically eating candies, and guys, it looks like the player just got up, and it's time for all of them to wake up. So much so that he got up there, and my other friend got up too, and now he just realized that I'm already awake without suspecting the truth about what happened. Guys, I'm at the adoption center, and today I want to be adopted in Brookhaven, and I want to see which family is the best of all. But it looks like my friend is also here. He also wants to be adopted in Roblox, so much so that he got up here. He said, who's going to get the best family of all? Look, I don't know either, but now there's a player coming right here. But guys, this player is probably coming here to adopt someone, so much so that she's parking right here, and now I have to go back here to basically be adopted. Guys, it looks like she just arrived right here. I want to see which one of us is going to be adopted first. But guys, she's coming right here, and it looks like I'm going to be adopted. I said, said, please adopt me. Guys, I really want to be adopted, and it looks like I finally managed to do it. So much so that now I'm being taken in this car. And guys, I actually got adopted before my friend in Roblox. I literally beat him. Now we're arriving right here. I want to see what my mom's house looks like. But guys, she just arrived right here. It looks like this is the house where I'm going to live from now on. I really want to get to know my family. But guys, my mom just got here. She said, son, come here. I'm going to introduce you to your dad. Guys, I'm following her because I want to see who my dad is. Okay, I'm coming inside. And guys, it looks like this is my dad. So much so that he got up here. He said, son, you'll have to obey me here. I want to be a good dad. Guys, I don't know why he said that. This was a little weird, but he probably said it because he really wants to be a good dad. But my mom came back here. She didn't even say her name. Guys, I don't even know where my room is going to be. But I sat right here because I have to talk to my dad. He said, son, you'll have to help us with the house chores, and you should start by cleaning the house. Guys, this is weird, but I'm going to start cleaning here because they asked me to do it. But guys, I don't think my parents are very good. Now he came back here. He's going to watch TV while I'm cleaning the house. This is so unfair. Guys, I'm cleaning everything here, and I don't even know if I'm doing it right. But guys, my mom is looking over here. She said, son, come choose a room. Guys, I'm following her because I basically want to choose a room, but we have this room right here, which is actually a pretty interesting room. I said, I want this room. Seriously, this room looks perfect. But guys, it seems like she doesn't agree. She said, this is the guest room. Guys, this is really weird. So I'm heading back here again. And guys, we have another family here. This other family seems much more interesting because they have really cool cars and also a simply gigantic house. I really hope my parents get better here in Roblox because they're being really weird. But we have this other room here. Maybe this room is perfect for me. But guys, she arrived right here and apparently agreed. So this is my new room. Guys, this is so good. I finally got a new room. But guys, now I'm heading in this direction because I basically want to watch TV with them. So I'm sitting right here because I want to see this. But my dad got up here. Guys, I don't think he's very happy. He said, go clean the house. Guys, they adopted me just so I could clean their house. This is really weird because I shouldn't be doing this. He said, we're teaching you how to live with us. And now he went back there. Guys, I have to escape from this house because this house is way too weird. But guys, there's a house being built here and apparently my friend is the one doing it. So guys, I'm leaving here to ask him what he's doing because I thought he wanted to be adopted, but it seems that's not what he wants to do because he's building a house. I said, don't you want to be adopted anymore? Because from what I can tell, he gave up. But guys, he got right here. He said, it's really hard to be adopted, so I've already accepted that I'm going to have to do everything on my own. Okay, guys, that's pretty sad, but maybe it's not that sad because this way he has his own house. Meanwhile, I have this house that seems really nice, but I'm having to work for my parents non-stop here in Roblox. He said, yeah, maybe you were adopted by a strict family. Guys, what he said is actually true, but I don't know what I should do. He said, find a new family and abandon your current one. Guys, this is going to be really hard. It's a decision I have to make myself. But guys, my dad is coming right here. I don't think he's very happy, probably because I left the house. He said, you didn't clean the house. Go back there and finish your work and don't leave the house. Guys, this is really weird. He only adopted me to work for him in Roblox completely for free. But I'm going back here, and guys, he's following me to make sure I'm really going back to the house. But now I just got back here. This was really weird because he didn't need to do all this. But guys, now he's locking this so that I never leave here again. Now I'm really trapped in this house. The garage is closed and the door is also locked. This is really going to be my end because I'm trapped here forever. Guys, he's standing here just laughing at me. He said, you'll never have a normal life because I'm going to raise you. Guys, but what he's doing isn't parenting. He's just ruining everything. He's being the worst dad ever. But he came back right here to watch TV. Guys, I'm coming up here to plan my escape from this house. I'm looking here, and guys, there's really no way out. In my room, we have this window, and maybe I can break it. Guys, I'm messing around in the drawers, and now I just found this hammer. So I'm coming here to break this window to simply get out of here. Okay, I'm breaking it, and now I finally managed to get out. Guys, I'm on the roof of my house. I have to get out of here to be adopted by this family. This family seems perfect because it looks like they are really happy people who are just relaxing all day here in Roblox. So guys, I need to be adopted by them here in Roblox before it basically gets dark. Guys, it looks like my friend finished his house and he's just watching TV. It's really impressive what he did. In fact, I can see him from here. And guys, it looks like he also saw me. So much so that he said hi. But guys, I have to reach this house. So I'm heading down here and now I finally arrived at the new house where I want to be adopted. But I don't know if they will want to adopt me. Guys, he got up there and is coming over to see what's going on. He's really coming in my direction now. And guys, I have to prove to him that I really deserve to be adopted in Roblox. I said, please adopt me. I don't want to live with my parents anymore. Seriously, I really hope he adopts me. And apparently, he said yes. Guys, I just got adopted. This is really going to be good. But now I'm being taken to meet my new mom in Roblox. Apparently, this is my mom. So much so that she got up here to see who I am in Roblox. She said, welcome to the family. Do you want a new name? But guys, I don't want a new name because I already have my name. She said, I'll show you the house. Okay, guys, I have to follow her to see what this Roblox house is like. Apparently, this is the living room. And it even has an aquarium. This aquarium is actually really interesting. I'm realizing that I was really adopted by the right people. But guys, now she's heading back here. I'm following her to see what's here. Apparently, there are a lot of video games. This is actually really interesting. But guys, she's heading to the back part of the house. Guys, there's a lot of food here. This place is really full of food. So much so that I grabbed a slice of pizza because I'm really hungry, so I'm eating here. She just said, come see your room. Guys, she's going upstairs, so I'm going up too. I want to see what my Roblox room is going to be like. Apparently, it's exactly this one. Guys, this room is really huge. It has a simply perfect view, and I also have this computer, but it seems like this room belonged to someone else before I got here. I want her to explain this to me. She said, we were going to adopt you, but then you disappeared from the adoption center. You and your friend disappeared. Guys, it looks like we were both going to be adopted by this really interesting family, but the good side is that now I was finally adopted by them. This is actually really good. But guys, now she's going downstairs to basically watch TV. So much so that she just got here, and the two of them are basically watching a TV channel, but they closed the doors. But guys, I accidentally ended up outside. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to take the opportunity to see what's out here. Guys, I'm heading down here, and this house is really interesting. But guys, there's a problem. Right in front of me, there's someone I didn't want to find here in Brookhaven, which is my old mom. She said, come back home. Someone has to clean our house. Guys, this is really weird, but this door just opened, so I went back inside. And guys, it looks like he doesn't know what's going on. So much so that he's just looking over there. But my old mom just left here. She just disappeared. He said, that's weird. I thought there was someone there. Well, it's because there actually was. But now it's basically getting dark. Guys, it's really late now, so it seems like they're going to sleep. Guys, my mom just got here, and it looks like she's turning off the lights. So I'm going to head upstairs, because I have to take the chance to sleep. But before that, I'm testing this computer. But guys, it looks like my dad is coming up here, and he's heading directly to his room, which is exactly this one. His room is huge. But guys, my mom just got here. She's probably going to pull me away from the computer so I can go to sleep. She said, play for 1 more hour, and then go to sleep. Okay, and guys, she just left. That was really weird, because if it was my old family, they would be yelling at me. So guys, I'm going to take the chance to play here. But guys, the curtain opened, and the view from here is really beautiful. There are a lot of interesting things in the city. I can see everything from my room. But guys, someone just showed up, and it's my old dad. He said, come back home now. But guys, now he's really mad, and it looks like he's breaking the window. Guys, he can't break this. But my dad just got here, and guys, now he's really scared. But guys, he has this item to defend us in Roblox, because my old dad is breaking the window. And guys, if he gets in here, that's going to be a problem. But guys, he actually got in here. He said, I'm not afraid of that bow and arrow. Guys, it looks like he's not afraid of this. So my dad grabbed this other item, which is a much more powerful item. But now my old dad is scared, and it looks like he's leaving. Guys, he really ran out of here, and now he's finally going back to his house. But guys, it looks like my old mom is right here. She's watching everything that just happened. He said, we're going to lose our worker. Guys, he didn't talk about me like I was his son. Instead, he talked about me like I was working for him. She said, I'm not going to give up so easily. But guys, my dad has to call the police. And it looks like now he's finally going to call the police because of everything that's happening, especially since he realized that the players are still here. But guys, he's looking over here. He said, the police are coming. They're finally going to get arrested. Look, that's actually true because they've been bothering me too much. But guys, my mom got up right here to see what's happening. Actually, she went downstairs and now she's coming back up with some food. And now she's just coming back up here. Guys, my mom doesn't even know about everything that's happening here. But guys, it looks like the police are coming, and they're coming with this Roblox car basically towards our house because something very serious is happening here. And now he's finally arriving to arrest these Roblox players. Guys, he finally got here, and now the two of them are going to get arrested. But they're looking over here. He said, I'm the one who called you. The owner of this house stole my son. Guys, this is literally a lie. So I'm heading in this direction to basically see everything that's happening up front. But it looks like even the police officer is surprised, not believing what's going on. But guys, he's looking over here. He's looking right at us, and it looks like he's calling us over here. Guys, now I have to head down here with my dad to basically prove that this is a lie. I have to tell the police officer the truth about what's happening. Basically, I live in this house now, and I don't want to go back to that Roblox house because they're bad people, guys. But now even my mom is coming over here. She just woke up, and the police officer arrived here to ask this. He said, did you steal their son? Guys, this is a lie. Even my mom was scared, but she basically said no, and my dad also said no. But guys, now he's looking back here to talk to these two players, and it looks like he doesn't know what to do now. She said, ask the boy with purple hair who he prefers to be his parents. And guys, the police officer came right here, apparently to hand this notebook to me. Guys, I took this notebook, but I don't know what it's for. He said, write down who your real parents are. Look, I want it to be these two. So now I'm writing it down here, and I just handed it back to him. He said, okay, you two are officially his parents now, and now they are happy. Now I am officially part of this family in Roblox. But now the police officer is looking at these players who just invaded our house. The police officer said, don't come here anymore. This is private property. Look, this is true. Now they finally left and are basically going back to their house, which is exactly that one. These two players are really bad, so I'm really happy that I was finally adopted by this family. Today I want to play Brookhaven for 24 hours. And for that, I joined the most realistic city of all, where everything here is very realistic. People here actually work, and they all have real jobs. And today I'm going to spend 24 hours in the game, playing in the most realistic way possible. So now, it's finally getting light out, and I'm going to have to go out to do some things, because I'm in the most realistic city of all. So the first thing I have to do is basically come here to the bank. So for that, I'm going down in a realistic way. I'm coming out right here to get my car, and now I'm coming over here to the front. But for those who don't know, the person who works at the bank is a friend of mine, who is exactly this player. So now I'm arriving here, because I need to open an account at this bank. He said, "Hi, you finally joined the most realistic city of all." And guys, that's true. This is the GTA 5 city in Brookhaven, and everything is really very realistic. There's a player building a house, but to build this house, first he has to remove this plot to be able to make the house. And it's a really long process. But now I want to open a bank account, so much so that he gave me this red card. And now I officially have my card at the bank. I can start working in the city to spend the 24 hours. But apparently there's a very weird car coming here, because I can't see who's inside. In fact, it arrived right here at the bank, and it's coming in with this gun, and that's really weird. He said, "Hands up now!" So I raised my hands to avoid trouble, because I don't know what's going on. But it looks like he's going to handcuff me, and this is really bad. I'm handcuffed, and this will be our end. But we're both handcuffed, and I simply don't know what he wants. He said, "I'm going to rob the bank and you stay still, or it will be the end of you." And that's really awful. He's literally robbing the bank. He's even going up here to get the bank safe. And he really managed to do it and got a lot of money. And all of this happened so suddenly. But now he finally left. He's running out here in front, and he literally disappeared from here. I said, "Who's going to uncuff us?" Because we're both handcuffed, and I don't know how I'm going to get back to normal. And guys, my first hour in realistic Brookhaven is the worst one ever. He said, "The police will come and help us." Look, I really hope that happens. In fact, the police are coming here to check what happened. And I was finally uncuffed, which means I'm no longer handcuffed. And my friend was also uncuffed, and he's going to explain to the police what happened. And meanwhile, I'm going to leave here, because I have more important things to do, since the money was stolen, but I don't work at the bank. My friend is really going to have to explain everything. So I'm leaving now to do some shopping. But now it's finally 9 in the morning, and you can see that the city is much brighter. I'm even stopping at the red light, because I have to follow the laws. And now I can finally go. And guys, I'm coming up here to park at the market, because I have to do some shopping. This person works at the market, and I'm thinking about working here too, because I need money. He said, "You should become a police officer. They earn $1,000 a month in this city." Look, that's really a lot. So I want to become a police officer. But first, I'm going to do some shopping, because that's going to be very important. I'm going to get some pizzas too, and I'll grab some milk and also ice cream. And there's ice cream being sold right here, so I'm not going to get ice cream, because I want to get it later from the one near my house, because I want to see what it's like. And for those who don't know, he sells hot dogs. But besides that, he also sells ice cream, and I don't know why he sells both at the same time. But now I have to pay my bills. But guys, believe it or not, he's also selling wood, and I didn't understand why he sells that at the market. But now I'm paying for this, and I finally managed to pay for the groceries. So now I'm heading back with my groceries, and I still don't know which job I'm going to take. But I'm going to ask my friend, because he's been in this city much longer than me. Now I'm leaving here, guys, and I'm arriving at the bank. I'm going to leave my car parked right here, because I think there's no problem, since not many people pass through here. And now I'm coming back to the bank, because I need to ask him what the best job is. He said, "That car the officer is giving a ticket to, is it yours?" Look, I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm looking back here, and the officer really is giving my car a ticket, because I parked in the wrong spot. And that's very unfair, because I came here just to ask a quick question, and now I'm getting fined. But there's a problem. I don't have money to pay for this, so my car will probably get towed. He said, "Yes, your car is going to be towed." And that's bad. I can't let my car be towed. So I'm going to grab it and run out of here. But the officer came too, so I'm coming up here to the front. But he's following me non-stop. He just won't stop following me. He said, "Stop now or you'll be arrested." Look, I know I might get arrested, but I also can't lose my car. So I choose to run away. I'm even coming up front here, because I simply can't go to jail. In fact, it's now 12 in the morning, and I'm at my house, because I'm going to have to cook some food. And this house is under construction, and it's really starting to come together, and it looks like it's going to be interesting. But there's a problem. The officer just arrived here, and he noticed that my car is in this area. So he stopped right here, and now he probably wants to arrest me, and he already knows I'm in this house. So I have to get out of here quickly, because this could be my end. Now he came inside, but I don't know what I'm going to do, because he has a gun and he's pointing it at me. He said, "Stop now or you'll be arrested." Look, but if I stay here, I'll be arrested too. So what he said doesn't make sense. So I'm going to run away, grab my motorcycle, and finally get out of here. He even went back there, and I'm running away from here to really avoid trouble. I'm heading up front like this, and I finally escaped. And that was really hard. But now, I have a big problem. I'm officially wanted by the police. So I have to get out of here fast before things get worse. I really don't know how I'm going to escape him, because he's really fast. But I can see that I'm going to need a disguise. So I'm coming up here, and now I'm going to start speeding non-stop. I'm going to follow this trail, because I believe this way I can escape, since it's a very confusing trail. well. Perfect. I'm coming up front here, and I finally escaped. But now I don't know what I'm going to do, because the officer is still after me. So I'm going to hide my car right here to avoid problems. This player is even coming over here, and he has something to tell me. He said, if you're wanted by the police, talk to a hot dog seller. He will help you. Look, I don't know why he gave me that tip, but he really helped me a lot, because I need to escape the police. So I'm coming up front here, and I really don't know what I'm doing. It's only 12 in the morning, and I'm already wanted by the police. But I'm arriving here to talk to the player, because it seems like he's very important. So I'm leaving my motorcycle back here, and I have to hide it here. And now I have to talk to this player. But he's really weird, because he has tattoos, and besides hot dogs, he also sells ice cream. I said, I need help. I'm wanted by the police, and I really need help quickly. But he closed his van, and it looks like he doesn't want to talk to me. Actually, he came back here, and apparently he's calling me over there. So I'm going inside to see what's going on. But it looks like the police are coming out front, and that's why he hid. Maybe this player is also wanted by the police, and he's in the same situation as me, and that's why he hid. Now the officer is passing out front. He didn't see me here in Roblox. But guys, this player is really weird, because he has tattoos. He even grabbed this box and handed it to me, and I have no idea what's inside. He said, there's a disguise, and do you want a weapon too? Look, I don't know if I want a weapon, but I'm looking here, and he really does have a weapon, and this is impressive. But what's more impressive in all of this is that in just a few hours in the most realistic city of all, I'm already wanted by the police. My house has already been confiscated, and I've become one of the most wanted people in the city. But I'll take a weapon. In fact, he came back here and just opened the door to his house. And he closed it. And for some reason he has an arsenal of weapons. He really has a lot of weapons and everything here to defend himself. And I don't know how he has all this or why he has all this. He said, I'm the guy who helps criminals in the city. Now I get it. But I have a question. I don't understand why he sells hot dogs. It really doesn't make sense. He said, it's because I like hot dogs. And actually, that kind of makes sense. It's a pretty strange excuse. But now, I have to choose a weapon. I'm going to take a pistol to defend myself from everything. But I have this box where my disguises are, and I'm going to have to use all of this. But now it's 4 in the afternoon, and I'm secretly living in my house, because my house has this police tape, so I have to live here without them noticing I'm here. And I ended up making this disguise to protect myself from everything. Everything is going well. But guys, now I have to cook food, because if I don't make my food, I'll have nothing to eat, especially after everything that happened. I doubt I can go to a restaurant without them calling the police. But now the food is almost ready, and everything here is going very well. That player's house is being built, and it's getting really interesting, because the house is starting to look like a real house. But guys, this player came back here, and for some reason he's coming up front, and I think he really lives in this house, which is the biggest mansion of all. And it's good to know he lives here, especially because he stole a lot of money, and he really took a lot of money. So much so that he's going back to his house. But apparently he left his money here, which actually isn't even his. This money was basically stolen from the bank, where my friend works all day. So if I recover the money that was stolen and give it back to him, I won't be wanted by the police anymore. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm coming back here, but first I have to ask the hot dog seller what I have to do to go back to normal and not be wanted by the police anymore. But now he came down here, and it really seems like this is important, because he got out of his car to explain all this to me. He said, if you steal his money, you'll be forgiven by the police, but you'll be wanted by the criminals. Look, that seems fair, because this player robbed the bank, so I'm going to take his money and give it back to the police, so that finally my life goes back to normal. He said, are you sure you'll be hunted by the criminals? Look, I don't care about that. I just want my life to go back to normal. So much so that now he closed that thing, and apparently he's going back to his house. And he even got scared and went back into his house, because it seems like he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. So I'm coming here to the criminal's house, because I have to steal all of this. But there's a problem. His house is completely locked. So even though the criminal is sleeping here, I won't be able to get into his house easily, because everything here is locked. But I'm going to leave my motorcycle right here. And guys, now it's basically 7 in the evening, and 12 hours have already passed in the game, according to the city's time. But I'm watching his house, and after looking around the whole place, I just found this door open. So I'm coming in here to get the money. Perfect, I got it. And now I'm finally going to be forgiven by the police. But he showed up there, and I don't think he's very happy, because he grabbed that item, and I have to run away from here. He almost hit me, actually, but I have to get to my motorcycle and finally escape with this money I took. He's even chasing me, because he really wants revenge. Now he got his car and he's coming this way, and that's bad, because he's really mad. But I'm heading down here, and the police officer is right here. So I'm coming up to him, and I said, I came to return the money that was stolen from the bank. I recovered it. But guys, he's staring at me here, and I handed him the money. He's even writing something down. And he said, you're no longer wanted by the police. You've received a police pardon. And that's really good. Finally, I can take off this mask and go back to normal. This player even saw everything, and I don't think he's very happy. He got back into his car, and now he's going back to his house. I said, now I need protection, because I'm wanted by the criminals, and I hoped he would help me. me, but he just left. I thought that by helping him, I would get help, but it looks like that didn't happen, and everything didn't go according to plan. But now it's basically 12 at night, and I don't know what I'm going to do, especially because it's nighttime, and I got the police pardon, and I'm no longer wanted by the police. But now all the criminals are coming after me, but I decided that I'm going to go back home, because I'm not afraid of them, and if they come, I'll call the police. It's really that simple. So finally I'm coming back home after so long. You can see that the police tape has been removed, and I'm no longer wanted by the police. So I'm going to leave my motorcycle right here, a bit hidden in the back, and this is a great place, so I'm heading back inside the house. But I have to be really careful, because I don't know where that player is. He could be at his house, or maybe he could be here, but I'm looking back here, and his car is in this area, exactly behind my house, and that's really bad. But I had an idea. I'm looking through the drawers, and now I found this ball, which I'm going to throw up front. So I threw it here, and I'm going to hide right here behind this spot. And he left from there, because he thought I was walking up front, but I wasn't. I'm hiding right here in this part, and now he went back inside and is waiting for me to show up. I really don't know what I'm going to do, but I think he realized I'm here. He said, "This is your end," so I have to get out of here now. I'm going to grab my motorcycle, and I'm coming up front, but he's coming here with my car, and I'm arriving at the border, and there's a problem. I can't cross the border because it's completely closed, and there's a police officer here who won't let me through, and that player is coming this way, and he's getting closer and closer, and I'm going to have to escape in a different way. Perfect, I escaped from here, but I don't know what I'm going to do, because I lost everything I had. I lost my house, and I'm outside the city. But now it's 6 in the morning, and 24 hours have officially passed, but I just got into an accident. My motorcycle crashed here and broke. One of the tires is missing, and I can't drive it anymore, so I'll have to leave it here. But that player is still looking for me, so I'm arriving at the water to basically wet my hair. Perfect, my hair is wet, and now I'm coming over here to ask for some clothes, and I hope he helps me. He even had this box that he handed to me, so I'm going to change my avatar. Perfect, now I look like this. My hair is wet, and also my shirt and pants are different, and now I can go outside. That player is even walking past here, and I want to see if he'll recognize me. And apparently he walked right past and didn't even notice it was me. And now literally 24 hours have passed in the city. I simply lost my house and lost almost everything I had. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button. I'll add you on Roblox.